The defensive players, now they got to switch. Now the Eagles got to hurry up because look at everybody swapping personnel.
Little chess match going on
That's
here.
it. They're trying to. Now they're switching again.
And it's between Earhart
and Bud Carson.
And Bud Carson on the Philadelphia sideline. Look at this.
Look at this. It's the third switch of personnel.
And the play clock is down to 8. Now Pittsburgh is going to be forced to call a timeout.
2 in a row.
Wow. That backfired. So Neil O'Donnell, who's not had a good day, trying to get Bill Cowher his 6th consecutive win. The Steelers trail Philadelphia 3-0. That picture doesn't look right for some reason.
This is what's happened to pro football because of free agency. Townsend went over and asked Carr, what are we going to do? And he said, they forgot they've all switched teams.
You're on the wrong side.
The Steeler guy came out and says, go get back with your own team there, Townsend. This is what's happened in the 90s of free agency.
All right, after all that shuffling, 3rd and 1. 8th play of the Pittsburgh drive. Morris is out for the game with a sprained ankle. The motion Craig. John L. Williams now will get the brunt of the calls, and he is close to a first down. Vaughn Johnson makes the stop, and there's Bam Morris. This is the #1 rushing offense in the NFL, but they've already lost Barry Foster for a couple games at the back, and now Morris, who injured the ankle last week in his Wham Bam 108 performance against the Cincinnati Bengals, has re-injured it today, and now it'll be up to John L. Williams to carry it for Bill Cowher.
Well, John L. got that first down by himself. There was no hole, there's nowhere to go, and he got that extra yard for the first down after contact.
So Morris leaves for the game, coupled with the injury to Rod Woodson. Some key performers for Pittsburgh are out. It's 1st and 10. O'Donnell. Nice catch by Avery. That's his first catch of the season. Tackled by Michael Zordich. And he only picks up a couple yards on the play. In our Budweiser game summary, you can see that Pittsburgh has outgained Philadelphia, but the injury to Woodson a key factor for the Steelers. And now add Bam Morris on there. And what a day for Herschel Walker, going by O.J. Simpson to #8 in the history of the NFL in all-purpose yardage.
And Avery hadn't played much, comes on and makes a nice catch on a bad throw on that last play.
2nd down and 8. And John L. Williams gets the call. Nothing there. And again, the Carson defense shutting down that running attack. And Greg Townsend, who did not start, but has come in to make a nice stop on John L.
Remember what we said, they have to run weak because of the safeties. Well, this is weak, but watch the Eagles. Watch them all chase. A little jab, they're coming back. Brett Hager's coming outside. Good defense, good cleanup by Greg Jackson.
So we knew about Pittsburgh's defense coming in, but Philadelphia is matched what the Steelers are all about defensively today. Here's a 3rd and 8 from the gun. O'Donnell. Pretty good time in his secondary receiver. Thigpen can't lasso the pass. Well, Thigpen dropped his first 3. That may have been uncatchable, but nonetheless an incompletion, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have got to punt the ball.
The Eagles on that 3rd and long, Kevin, they blitzed and came after him. Pittsburgh picked it all up. So he had time to make a good throw, no pressure, and he made a real bad throw low into the outside. We have seen some bad passing today.
This will be the 4th punt in 5 possessions for the Steelers. Seidner lets it go into the end zone. Or does it? Yeah, it did, just barely. That was close. 52-yard punt by Mark Royals. And a penalty flag has been thrown. And the recipient most of the day has been Kotite and his Philadelphia Eagles. Second most penalized team in the NFL. Did you expect this kind of game, 3-0 deep into the 3rd quarter?
Well, we thought it'd be a low-scoring, hard-fought. But we thought that both people would move the ball better than this. But you got to credit the defenses. You got, number 4 for the Eagles, and everybody knows what they think of the Steelers.
Illegal use of hands. Number 23 on the receiving team. Post-possession foul. First down on the 10-yard line after a 10-yard penalty.
Derek Frazier is 23. Richie Kotite strolls the sidelines for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's lost 4 in a row, looking to stay in the playoff picture for his gasping Eagles. Their kickoff return set up the 21-yard field goal. Philadelphia, that's the only offense we've seen in the game so far. The Rams take on Chicago next week. Atlanta against Green Bay. The Buccaneers against Washington, all preceded by NFL Sunday pregame show beginning at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. And what a pregame show it is next week. The Terry Awards and an official Fox's coaching poll on officiating this year in the NFL. James Joseph. Very little game. It'll be 2nd down and 8. You know, this defense, Jerry, doesn't look like the same defense that we have watched on tape all week long in preparation for the game today.
Well, they're not dogging and blitzing like they normally do, but I think that's credit to the Eagles' offensive formations. Even in long down, the Eagles are not getting in long down formations, and they're making it harder for the Steelers to blitz them.
2nd down and 8. Lloyd digging in against Cunningham. Randall Cunningham, short for Fred Barnett. Incomplete. We're going to complete a pass now across the country. For this McDonald's game break, let's go to James Brown and Howard. James?
All right, Kevin, Lambeau Field proving big time for Green Bay. Brett Favre looking, guess who he hooks up with? His favorite receiver, Sterling Sharp, his 14th touchdown of the season. Green Bay spanking Chicago 34-3. They're looking for their 9th straight at Lambeau Field. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Looks like Chicago's going to drop their 2nd consecutive game after winning 4 straight.
And that leaves Green Bay still an opening to get into those playoffs.
Eagles have missed their last 6 third-down conversions. Cunningham trying to complete it. Here it goes to Walker. He needs to get to the 20. He gets to the 11. Tim McKyer makes the dot.
Defense of the 90s. A little flare. Watch everybody wearing a number 90 coming on. The corner has to turn it, stay outside, turn it back into the 90s. 95, 97, 91. All running and getting in on the hit. 93.
7th straight punt for Philadelphia, aside from the on-downs loss just before halftime. And it's Charles Johnson diving, and look where Pittsburgh will begin it at the 36 on a return of 6. And the punt of 32 yards.
He's been punting good all day, and he comes up with a terrible punt. No hang time, no distance. The Eagles were lucky they were able to cover that, because that's usually a returnable ball for big yardage.
Johnson a bit shaken up on the play. I'd like to remind you this game is presented by authority of the NFL and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the telecast without the expressed written consent of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the National Football League is prohibited. Now let's see if Neil O'Donnell and the Pittsburgh offense, scoreless so far today, can take advantage of this great field position. And without Van Morris is John Elway. And he digs his way for about 4.5. And Britt Hager is there to make the stop. Morris is out with an ankle. Woodson is out with a knee. And you can see ball control on the game today.
And that sweep to the open side, something you don't see much of. Dawson, the center for the Steelers, at 286 pounds. He was pulling outside. Usually that's the guard or the tackle, but this center can run. Maybe one of the best centers in all of football.
Defense trying to stay warm on the sideline. Been pretty warm all day, to be quite honest. Eric Green now is out with the hip that he injured in practice on Thursday, and O'Donnell goes to 2nd down and 6. Oh, and incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver, Yancey Thigpen. Well, this has been a horrible day throwing for both O'Donnell and Randall Cunningham.
Michael Zordich, a strong safety for the Eagles. Once again, Bud Carson football. On the line of scrimmage, saying, here I come, I'm coming. They snapped the ball, and he dropped right off where they wanted to throw it to. They're doing a great job, aren't they?
Indeed they are. 14 of 30 through the air for O'Donnell. And one of the reasons why number 36, Michael Zordich, has played a nice game. His defense of Philadelphia, what Richie Kotite said was a must game, has come to play. 3rd down and 6. O'Donnell with time, and now collapses, and now he fumbles the ball. And Philadelphia has regained the 2nd turnover of the day from Pittsburgh. William Fuller jumps on the loose ball, and the Eagles get it back.
The coverage is a 22-man, man-to-man, but with motion, you're going to watch all combination. These people have got a man, but they're going to switch off. He's going to take whoever comes inside and him up the field. Watch the switch off in the man-to-man. That's his man. He drops and picks him up. They got everything shut down. The quarterback's got nowhere to throw. Man-to-man combination coverage.
And it really hurt O'Donnell, who had the ball knocked away by Tommy Jeter, 98. And then Fuller jumps on it. And a happy Michael Zordich, the leading tackler, who's led that defense. And now the defense of Philadelphia hopes that the offense can play off their momentum. Leading 3-0, losing 4 consecutive games, and fighting for their playoff lives. Cunningham on 1st and 10. Gets it out to Fred Barnett. Gain of 5 on the play to the 44-yard line.
That corner was there in a hurry. That's why you got to watch out. Remember we said when all else fails in pro football, throw that curl. Well, Eric Allen just came right over the top of it and almost got a piece of that thing.
3rd catch made today by Fred Barnett on a cold and chilly and now snowing again type of day in Pittsburgh.
Safety's up, Kevin.
Cunningham sees the safeties and goes for the quick out. Caught by Barnett. 1st down to the Pittsburgh Steelers. 48. Micaiah whacked him. Gain of 8 on the play.
Both teams are doing the same thing to each other. They're walking those safeties up, and when you get everybody up, then you got to throw, and that's what the Eagles are doing right now. Good defensive by both football teams.
Joel Steed. He's played weather like this at the University of Colorado. Walker and Joseph in the eye. It's a 1st down. Herschel Walker. And he gets near the 46-yard line, picking up about 2. Greg Lloyd was there to make the stop, the 2nd tackler on this Pittsburgh team. 9 brothers and sisters in his family, Greg Lloyd's.
And funny, he went to school. He said, I wanted to stay home. I didn't want to leave, so he went to Fort Valley State. He didn't want to leave his house. He said he felt more comfortable being there. And what a player he's grown up to be. He said he went to high school with sort of an academic deal that nobody really emphasized athletics. So he wasn't ready for big-time athletics, but he's ready for big-time now. I've liked him for the last 5 or 6 years.
Well, now Lloyd in that steel trap defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers needs to hold off Kotite and Cunningham and Philadelphia. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages from your local station. Down Mount Washington on a snowy day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is sold out again in Three River Stadium. And this Pennsylvania matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. 2nd down and 8 for Cunningham, leading 3-0. Incomplete. Looking on the near side for Calvin Williams. Coverage by Dion Figures.
They were in a man-to-man, the Steelers. Remember us, he's going to go down and do a turn-in. He's not out to the numbers, so he's close to the boundary. And he just hits him in the chest. Good coverage by Dion Figures. Dion's been all over the curl. He's been all over that turnover.
Defense has been the nemesis for both quarterbacks, including Randall Cunningham, who faces 3rd down and 8. Joseph is 32. Flag thrown incomplete to Calvin Williams. Coverage on the part of the Steelers. Tim McKinney.
Prior to the snap, right tackle, no play. Prior to the snap, 5 yards, 3rd down.
That's the 2nd penalty on Rich Kotite's right tackle, Broderick Thompson.
And that was a terrible throw by Cunningham. Just what he's been doing in this losing stretch in the 4th quarter, throwing a ball to the enemy when you can't do that. That was almost picked off. No Eagles around where that ball landed, Kevin.
Eagles, the 2nd most penalized team, and we keep punching that, but the point is, penalties have taken them out of field position. 9th penalty against Philadelphia today. See now, they got 3rd and 13. Cunningham has thrown in the previous 11 3rd down tries. Good time here. Almost picked off, and for a 3rd time, he goes to Calvin Williams and comes up empty. Coverage on the play by Rod Woodson, who is back in the game playing with a bad knee.
No pressure. Got plenty of time. Slides around. Sees the curl. A little bit high. Had pretty good coverage on the man. Wasn't much room to stick that one in.
Another punt for Philadelphia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row now by Barker. Looking up in the snow, Charles Johnson from the 15 to the 17. 44-yard punt. Now the Pittsburgh offense will relieve the Pittsburgh defense. It's Philadelphia 3-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers are trailing the Philadelphia Eagles. There was a lot of talk early in the week that Bubby Brister may replace